Rain slammed against the gallery windows like bullets. Jax Monroe burst through the glass doors, black bomber jacket soaked through, white sneakers squeaking against polished concrete. His chest heaved. Wrong address. Again. The art opening spread before him. Chrome sculptures. Neon installations. People in expensive silence. And her. She stood by a canvas of fractured mirrors, wearing an oversized vintage band tee tucked into baggy cargo pants, silver chains hanging from her belt loops. Her hair was dyed midnight blue with blonde money pieces, half up in a claw clip. Dark liner sharp enough to cut. She moved fast. Crossed the space in seconds. "You just ruined my first solo show," she said, voice low and lethal. Jax blinked water from his eyes. "You're what?" "This is my gallery opening. Not some rave you got the address wrong for." She grabbed his wrist, nails painted black, fingers surprisingly warm. "Security's coming. Move." She dragged him through a side exit into an alley. Brick walls. Dumpsters. The smell of rain and old paint. "Look, I'm sorry, I thought this was." "You thought wrong." She released him, crossing her arms. Behind her, fairy lights from a fire escape flickered gold against wet pavement. "That's my entire career in there. 3 years of work. And you stumbled in like you own the place." "I said I'm sorry." "Cool. Leave." But she didn't move. Neither did he. Jax wore all black. Ripped jeans, chain wallet, tattoos creeping up his neck. He looked like trouble. Was trouble. "What's your name?" he asked. She hesitated. "Why?" "Because I just crashed your life. Least I can do is know who I pissed off." "Indy. Indy Cross." "Jax." Thunder cracked overhead. She flinched. For half a second, something broke in her expression. Fear. Real fear. "You good?" he asked. "Fine." She turned back toward the door. Stopped. "Actually, no. I'm not. My entire family's in there. They flew in for this. First time they've supported anything I've done. And now everyone's talking about the guy who crashed through the door instead of my art. Then let's fix it." She looked back. "What?" "I'll go back and apologize to everyone. Make it right." "You don't have to do that." "I know." Something shifted in her eyes. Calculation. Curiosity. "Why would you?" "Because you deserve your night back." She studied him. Rain dripped from her hair onto her shoulders. "Okay. But if you make it worse, I'm personally throwing you out a window." He grinned. "Deal." They walked back inside together. The room had gone quiet. Everyone stared. Jax cleared his throat. "Sorry for the entrance. Got lost. But since I'm here, I should tell you." He gestured to the walls. "This art? It's fire. No cap." A laugh rippled through the crowd. Tension broke. Indy's mom approached, blonde hair in a sleek bob, wearing a cream pantsuit. "And you are?" "Jax Monroe. Just a guy who got lucky enough to stumble into genius." Her mom's expression softened. Slightly. Indy whispered, "You're good at this. Survival skill." The night continued. People looked at her art again. Talked about it. Bought pieces. Hours later, after everyone left, Indy found Jax outside on the gallery steps. He was smoking, staring at the empty street. Streetlights reflected in puddles. "You're still here," she said. "Nowhere else to be." She sat beside him, close enough to feel his warmth. "Thank you. For tonight." "You already thanked me." "I mean it though." He turned to her. His eyes were dark brown, almost black. Tired. Like he'd seen things he couldn't unsee. "Your art. The broken mirror piece. Why'd you make it?" "Because sometimes you have to shatter something to see it clearly." Deep. Honest. He nodded slowly. "I get that." "Do you?" "Yeah, I do." Silence settled between them. Comfortable. Dangerous. "Can I see you again?" he asked. This wasn't exactly a meet-cute. "That's exactly why I'm asking." Indy pulled out her phone. "Give me your number. If I don't block you by tomorrow, maybe." He typed it in. Their fingers brushed. "Jax," she said as he stood to leave. "Yeah? Why were you really here? What address were you looking for?" His jaw tightened. "Something I can't find anymore." Before she could ask what that meant, He walked into the rain and disappeared around the corner. Indy sat alone on the steps, phone in her hand, wondering what she'd just let into her life. Her screen lit up. Unknown number. You'll regret meeting me. Then another text, but I hope you don't block me anyway. She stared at the messages, heart pounding against her ribs. Everything felt like standing at the edge of something she couldn't come back from. 3 weeks later, Indy's studio apartment smelled like acrylic paint and instant ramen. Canvases leaned against brick walls. Fairy lights hung across the ceiling. Her space was chaos organized by someone who understood beauty and disorder. Jax sat on her thrift store couch, wearing a gray hoodie and black joggers, watching her work. She'd changed into paint-splattered overalls over a cropped white tank, hair tied back with a scrunchie. "You always this intense when you paint?" he asked. "You always this annoying when you watch?" "Only with people I like." She didn't respond. Kept painting. But her mouth curved slightly. They'd been doing this. Meeting. Talking. Not talking. Existing in the same space like magnets that couldn't decide whether to attract or repel. "Tell me something real," she said suddenly. "Like what?" "Like why you were actually at that address." "The truth." Jax's expression went dark. "It was a memorial. For my brother." The brush in Indy's hand stopped moving. "He died 2 years ago. Overdose. I was supposed to meet his friends there. Remember him. But I got the address wrong and ended up at your show instead." "Jax, I'm so sorry." "Don't be. Meeting you that night felt like the universe saying I was allowed to stop drowning for a second." She set down her brush. Walked over. Sat beside him. Their thighs touched. "Is that why you have his name tattooed on your neck?" He touched the script. "Yeah, Liam. He was better than me. Kinder. Funnier. Should have been him who survived." "Don't say that." "It's true. It's trauma." She took his hand. Squeezed. "You're allowed to be here, Jax. You're allowed to be alive." Something broke in his face. He leaned forward, forehead against hers. "You don't know me, Indy." "Not really." "Then let me." He kissed her. Soft at first. Then desperate. Like he was trying to transfer pain through touch. She kissed back. Hands in his hair. Tasting mint and rain and grief. When they pulled apart, both breathing hard, he whispered, "This is a bad idea." "Probably. I'm not good for you. Let me decide that." They fell into each other again. The couch. The floor. Paint on skin. Clothes discarded like armor they didn't need anymore. Hours later, tangled in her sheets under string lights, Jax's phone buzzed. Once. Twice. 20 times. He grabbed it. Read the screen. Went completely still. "What's wrong?" Indy asked, propping up on her elbow. She wore his hoodie now, oversized and warm. "I have to go." "Right now?" "Yeah." He was already pulling on jeans. Frantic. "I'm sorry. I'll explain later." "Jax, what's happening?" "Please. Trust me. I'll call you." He left before she could argue. Indy sat alone in bed, staring at the door. Something felt wrong. Really wrong. She grabbed her phone. Opened Instagram. Started scrolling. Then she saw it. A tagged photo from tonight. Posted 20 minutes ago. Jax. At a club. Suit jacket. Surrounded by people in designer everything. Champagne. Models. Laughter. The caption. "CEO life hits different when you own half the city." Her stomach dropped. She clicked his profile. Private. But the bio said enough. Jax Monroe, founder and CEO, Monroe Enterprises. He wasn't some lost guy who crashed her show. He was a billionaire playing dress down. And he'd lied about everything. Her phone rang. His name on the screen. She answered. "Who are you?" Silence. "I saw the photos, Jax." "Or is that even your real name?" "Indy, let me explain. You came to my show in costume. Pretended to be nobody. Made me feel sorry for you. Made me feel," her voice cracked. "Was any of it real?" "All of it. Every second. Except the truth. I didn't lie about Liam. I didn't lie about what you mean to me. But you lied about who you are. Because everyone treats me different when they know. You didn't. You saw me. Just me. I saw who you pretended to be." Tears streamed down her face. That's worse than not seeing you at all. Indy, please. She hung up, blocked him, threw her phone across the room. It shattered against the wall, just like everything else. 2 days of silence. No sleep. Her art looked angry now. Slashes of red and black. Then someone knocked. She opened the door. A woman stood there. Mid-30s. Tailored black suit. Cold smile. Behind her, the hallway stretched empty. Indy Cross. Who's asking? My name is Sienna Monroe. I'm Jax's sister. She stepped inside without invitation. Looked around the apartment like she was evaluating livestock. We need to talk about my brother. I have nothing to say. Good. Because I'm not here for conversation. Sienna turned, arms crossed. I'm here to offer you money. A lot of it. To disappear. Indy's blood went cold. Excuse me. 500,000. Clean break. No contact. You go back to your little art world. He goes back to running a billion-dollar company. Everyone wins. Get out. You think this is love? It's infatuation. He does this every few years. Finds some project. Some broken thing to fix. Then he gets bored and moves on. I said get out. Take the money, sweetheart. Before you're just another story, he tells at parties about the artist who thought she was special. Indy opened the door. Leave. Now. Sienna smiled. Pulled out a business card. Left it on the counter. When you change your mind, call me. Offer expires in 48 hours. She left. Indy stood shaking. Grabbed the card. Almost ripped it up. Didn't. Because part of her wondered if Sienna was right. Her phone buzzed. New phone. New number. Jax, please talk to me. Jax, I know I messed up. Jax, but I'm falling for you, and that's the only truth that matters. She stared at the messages. At the business card. At her reflection in the broken mirror canvas. What if this whole time, she'd been the art project? What if she'd never been real to him at all? The rooftop bar was all glass and steel. City lights sprawled below like spilled glitter. Indy arrived in ripped mom jeans, a leather jacket over a black bodysuit, combat boots laced to her knees. Hair down. Messy. Wore paint eyeliner. Jax sat at a corner table. Full suit now. Charcoal. No tie. First 3 buttons undone. He looked expensive. Untouchable. Exactly what he'd been hiding. You came, he said, standing. Don't. She sat across from him. Put distance between them. I'm here for answers. That's it. He nodded. Saturday. Ask me anything. Why? That's not a complete question. Why the homeless aesthetic? Why the sad boy routine? Why make me think you are someone you're not? Because I am that person. His voice was raw. The money, the company, that's my family's legacy. But Liam dying broke something in me. I couldn't be that guy anymore. So I started going out. Dressed down. No security. Just me. Trying to find something real. And I was your poverty tourism? No. God, no. He leaned forward. You were the first person in 2 years who made me feel like I wasn't drowning. Pretty words. True words. Your sister said you do this. Collect broken people like charity cases. His jaw clenched. Sienna came to see you? Offered me $500,000 to vanish. I'll kill her. Is it true? Am I just your latest project? No. He reached across the table. She pulled back. His hand hung in empty air. Indy, you're not a project. You're the only thing that's felt right since Liam died. Then why didn't you tell me? Because everyone changes when they find out. They want something. Money. Connections. A way in. You wanted nothing except for me to leave. That honesty was everything. She laughed. Bitter. So you rewarded my honesty with lies. I was going to tell you. After the gallery show sold out. After you didn't need anything from me. I never needed anything from you, Jax. I wanted you. There's a difference. I know, and I'm sorry. Silence. The bartender brought drinks neither of them ordered. Walked away. Your sister said you'll get bored, Indy said quietly. Sienna's been trying to control my life since Liam died. She thinks everyone's a threat. Maybe I am. You are. Just not the way she thinks. He finally met her eyes. You make me want to be better. That terrifies her. Why? Because better means I might actually leave the family business. Do something that matters instead of just making money. Indy picked up her drink. Vodka soda. Took a long sip. What would you do? If you could do anything. I don't know. Something with art maybe. Music. Anything that isn't board meetings and shareholder calls. You could. Not without burning everything down first. She set down her glass. Then maybe it needs to burn. He smiled. Sad. You make it sound simple. It is. You're just scared. Of what? Being free. The words hung between them like smoke. Come with me, he said suddenly. What? Tonight. Right now. Let me show you something. Jax. Please. If you still hate me after, I'll disappear. I promise. She shouldn't. Every instinct screamed no. But she stood anyway. They took his car. Not a Bentley. A beat-up Honda Civic with fast food wrappers in the back. This is yours, she asked. Liam's. I kept it. They drove for 40 minutes. Out of the city. Past suburbs. Into nothing. Finally, he pulled off a dirt road. Stopped. An abandoned warehouse loomed ahead. Graffiti covered. Windows shattered. Beautiful in its decay. What is this place? Indy asked. Liam's studio. He was a producer. Made beats. This was his sanctuary. Jax got out. Let her inside. The space was massive. Concrete floors. Exposed beams. And everywhere, music equipment. Turntables. Synthesizers. Speakers. All covered in dust. I haven't been here since he died, Jax said. His voice echoed. Couldn't. But I kept paying the lease. Couldn't let it go either. Indy walked through the space. Touched the equipment. Felt the ghost of creation. Why'd you bring me here? Because this is who I want to be. Not the CEO. Not the billionaire. Just someone making something that matters. He moved closer. Like you do. Every day. She turned. They were inches apart. I'm falling in love with you, Indy. For real. And I don't know how to do this without screwing it up, but I need you to know that's what's happening. Her heart hammered. Jax. His phone rang. He ignored it. It rang again. Answer it, she said. He did. Listened. His face went white. I have to go. Now. What happened? Sienna. She's at the hospital. Is she okay? I don't know. He was already running for the car. She followed. They drove in silence. Fast. Reckless. The hospital was too bright. Too sterile. Indy stayed back while Jax talked to doctors. Then he returned. Face destroyed. She tried to kill herself, he said. Voice hollow. Pills. My assistant found her. Oh my God. She left a note. Said I was choosing you over family. That she couldn't watch me destroy myself again. Guilt crashed over Indy like a wave. Jax, I'm so sorry. She's stable. But he sat. Head in hands. This is my fault. No, it's not. I pushed her. With Liam gone, I'm all she has. And I was so focused on us, I didn't see how bad she was. Indy knelt in front of him. Took his hands. This isn't because of me. Or you. She's sick. She needs help. I can't lose another sibling. He looked at her. Eyes red. I can't. You won't. But something in his expression shifted. Hardened. I need space, he said. From us. From everything. I need to focus on her. Okay. I understand. Do you? Yeah. Family first. Always. He stood. Pulled away. I'll call you when things settle. Jax, wait. Please, Indy. I can't do this right now. She watched him walk back toward the emergency room. Watched him disappear through doors she couldn't follow through. And she knew. Even if he called. Even if he came back. Something had broken between them that wouldn't heal. She left the hospital. Took a rideshare home. Cried the whole way. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. A photo message. Jax. With another woman. Club. Last night. Before their rooftop meeting. Kissing her. Then another text. Thought you should know who you're really fighting for. S. Sienna. Indy stared at the photo until her vision blurred. He'd lied again. About everything. About all of it. 1 week of silence. Indy threw herself into work. New pieces. Darker. Angrier. Gallery owners called. Everyone wanted the Broken Mirror series. She didn't care. Her phone stayed off. Until someone knocked at 3 a.m. She opened the door in an oversized Nirvana tee and boxer shorts. No bra. Hair in a messy bun. Eyes swollen from crying. Jax stood there. Looked worse than her. Unshaven. Hoodie and sweatpants. Eyes hollow. "I need to tell you something," he said. "I saw the photo. It's not what you think. It never is. Indy, please." He stepped inside. She let him. Stupid. That photo was from 8 months ago. Sienna saved it. Sent it to you to break us up. Why would she do that? Because she's not sick. She faked the overdose. Indy's world tilted. What? The doctors ran tests. They found she'd only taken enough to get admitted. Not enough to actually hurt herself. She staged it. To manipulate me into leaving you. That's insane. She's insane. About control. About the company. About me. He paced. Frantic energy. She thinks you're going to destroy everything we built. I'm an artist. I have no power. You have all the power. You make me want a different life. So what? You cut her off? Walk away. I can't. He stopped. Looked at her. She's still my sister. She's all I have left of my family. Then what are we doing here? I don't know. His voice cracked. I don't know, and it's killing me. Indy moved closer. Against every instinct. Tell me what you want. Right now. Truth only. You. I want you. I want mornings in your studio. Paint on my clothes. Your voice calling me out on my garbage. I want normal. Real. Something that isn't board meetings and fake smiles. But walking away from the company means destroying Liam's legacy. He died before he could see what we built. If I leave, it all falls apart. Sienna can't run it alone. So you sacrifice us for a company? I sacrifice my happiness for my brother's memory. Indy's chest ached. That's not what he'd want. You didn't know him. No. But I know you. And you're killing yourself trying to be someone you're not. Jax sat on her couch. Buried his face in his hands. What do I do, Indy? How do I choose? She sat beside him. Took his hand. You don't choose. You take a breath and figure out what you can actually live with. I can't live without you. Then don't. He looked at her. Really looked. What if I burn it all down? The company. The money. All of it. What if we just leave? Where would we go? Anywhere. Everywhere. We could travel. Make art. Make music. Be nobody. You can't run from your life, Jax. Watch me. Something in his eyes was wild. Desperate. I'm serious. Let's leave tonight. Right now. Pack a bag. Get on a plane. Start over. That's not real life. Why not? Because you'd resent me eventually. For making you choose. For taking away your family's legacy. I'd resent myself more for losing you. Indy stood. Moved to the window. City lights below. So many lives. So many choices. I need you to listen to me. Okay. I love you. I do. But I won't be the reason you destroy your life. If you leave the company, it has to be because you want to. Not because of me. It is because of me. You just helped me see it. Jax. I'm meeting with the board tomorrow. Telling them I'm stepping down. Selling my shares. Giving Sienna full control. She'll destroy you. Probably. But at least I'll be free. And if I'm not there when you're done burning everything down? He flinched. What? I need space too. To figure out who I am outside of this chaos. Outside of us. You're breaking up with me? I'm giving us both time to be sure. Really sure. Because if we do this, if we blow up your entire life, I need to know it's real. Not just trauma bonding. Not just rebellion. Real. It is real. Then prove it. Fix things with your sister. Properly. Get therapy. Both of you. Figure out who you are without the company. Without me. And if in 6 months you still want this, want us, I'll be here. 6 months. Yeah, that's a lifetime. That's healing time. He stood. Moved to her. Cupped her face. I'll wait forever if I have to. Don't. Just wait until you're whole. He kissed her. Soft. Final. tasting like goodbye. I love you, Indy Cross. I love you too. He left. The door closed. Indy slid down the wall. Let herself break. Completely. Because loving someone meant letting them go. Even when it destroyed you. 3 months passed. Indy sold more art than ever. Got a gallery in Berlin. Started traveling. Meeting people. Living. Her phone stayed off. She didn't check his socials. Didn't ask mutual friends. Just existed. Day by day. Until a package arrived. No return address. Inside, a flash drive and a note. I kept my promise. Now keep yours. Jay. She plugged in the drive. A video file. She clicked play. Jax appeared. In Liam's warehouse. But it was transformed. Clean. Equipment working. Lights installed. Hey, he said to the camera. Smiled. Different. Lighter. It's been 93 days since you asked me to figure out who I am. So I did. I sold the company. Paid off Sienna. Got us both into therapy. Turns out we were both drowning in grief and didn't know how to surface. He stood. Walked around the space. I turned Liam's studio into a nonprofit. Teaching kids music production. Keeping his dream alive. The right way. He came back to the camera. I'm not the guy you met at your gallery anymore. I'm not the CEO either. I'm somewhere in between. Figuring it out. But Indy, I'm whole now. Or at least, I'm trying to be. He paused. 6 months is in 3 weeks. I'll be at your first gallery show. The Berlin one. I bought a ticket. If you don't want me there, just say the word. But I'm hoping. The video cut off. Indy stared at the screen. Heart hammering. Her phone buzzed. First time in months. Jax, I know I'm early. But I couldn't wait anymore. I'm outside. If you want me to leave, I will. But please, Indy. Give me one more chance. She ran to the window. He stood on the street below. Looking up. Wearing that old bomber jacket. Ripped jeans. White sneakers. Looking exactly like the night they met. She grabbed her keys and ran. Indy hit the street barefoot. Still in paint-stained sweats and a cropped hoodie. Hair wild. No makeup. Pure. Jax turned. Saw her. Froze. They stared at each other across 3 months of silence. You're early, she said. I know. I wasn't ready. I know that too. So why are you here? He took a step closer. Because I realized something. Healing doesn't mean waiting until you're perfect. It means being brave enough to try while you're still broken. That's poetic. I've been working on it. She laughed. Actual laughter. It felt foreign. Good. You drove here at 3 a.m. to tell me that? I flew, actually. Red-eye from LA. I was visiting colleges. For the nonprofit. Teaching programs. Look at you. Being responsible. It's annoying. I hate it. Liar. He grinned. God, she'd missed that grin. Okay. I don't hate it. Silence. Street lamps flickering. Distant sirens. The city breathing around them. I'm scared, Indy said quietly. Of what? That this won't work. That we'll crash again. That I gave up 3 months for nothing. You didn't give up anything. You gave us space to become people worth fighting for. Are we? Worth it? I don't know. But I want to find out. She moved closer. 1 step. 2. Your sister. Getting help. Real help. We're talking. Actually talking. It's messy. But it's honest. The company? Sold. Done. I kept enough to live. The rest went into the nonprofit and paying off family debts. I'm officially middle class now. Ish. How does it feel? Terrifying. Amazing. Light. And us. He reached for her hand. She let him take it. I don't have a plan, Indy. No grand gesture. No guarantee this works. I just know that every song I hear makes me think of you. Every piece of art. Every sunrise. You're in everything. And I'm tired of pretending I can exist without that. That's not healthy. Probably not. But it's true. She pulled him closer. I wrote you a letter. Every day. 93 of them. Never sent any. Why not? Because I needed to know I could survive without you. And I did. I do. But surviving and living are different things. What's the difference? You. He kissed her then. Hard. Desperate. Like making up for lost time in a single moment. She kissed back. Fingers in his hair. Tasting like coffee and rain and coming home. When they broke apart, both breathing hard, he pressed his forehead to hers. Move in with me. You don't even have a place. I will. We'll find something. Studio apartment. Tiny. Perfect for two artists who don't know what they're doing. I'm supposed to move to Berlin next month. Then I'll come to Berlin. You can't just follow me around the world. Watch me. She laughed through tears. You're insane. Only about you. That's so corny. I mean it though. She pulled back. Looked at him. Really looked. He had new lines around his eyes. From smiling. From crying. From living. He looked older. Better. Real. Okay, she said. Okay, what? Okay to all of it. Berlin. The tiny apartment. The terrifying unknown. All of it. Yeah. Yeah. He picked her up. Spun her. She shrieked. Laughed. Alive. I love you, Indy Cross. Wholly. Completely. Catastrophically. I love you too, Jax Monroe. Stupidly. Recklessly. Probably too much. There's no such thing as too much. We're going to screw this up so many times. Definitely. We'll fight. Hurt each other. Make terrible decisions. Without question. But we'll be real. The realist. They stood there. In the middle of the street. At 3 a.m. Two broken people choosing each other. Again. Finally. Indy's upstairs neighbor yelled out the window. Some of us are trying to sleep. They looked up. Waved. Ran back inside laughing. Her apartment was chaos. Canvases everywhere. His videos still paused on her laptop. Show me the letters, he said. What? The 93 letters you never sent. Show me. She hesitated. Pulled out a shoebox from under her bed. Handed it to him. He opened it. Began reading. She watched his face change. Soften. Break. Heal. These are beautiful, he whispered. They're honest. That's what makes them beautiful. He pulled out his phone. I have something too. He played audio. His voice. Singing. Raw. No production. Just him and a guitar. I wrote you a song every week. 12 of them. This is number 7. It's called Crash Landing. The lyrics hit her. About meeting wrong. Loving hard. Breaking clean. Finding each other in the wreckage. When it ended, she was crying. We're so dramatic, she said. It's literally our brand. They fell into bed. Not for anything physical. Just to exist together. His arms around her. Her head on his chest. Breathing in sync. What happens now, she asked. I don't know. What do you want to happen? I want mornings. And coffee. And fights about stupid things. And making up. And your music playing while I paint. And Berlin. And everywhere else. And none of it making sense except that we're together. Deal. Just like that. Just like that. Outside, the city woke up. Garbage trucks. Delivery vans. People starting days. Inside, two people who'd crashed into each other's lives finally stopped running. Hey, Jax. Yeah. Thank you for being early. He kissed her forehead. Thank you for letting me be. 3 years later. Berlin. Small studio. Brick walls. Plants everywhere. Art on every surface. Guitar in the corner. Indy's gallery show opened to sold-out crowds. Jax's nonprofit expanded to 12 cities. They fought about dishes. Made up over late-night fries. Adopted a cat named Crash. Life wasn't perfect. But it was theirs. And some nights, when rain hit the windows and fairy lights glowed soft, Jax would pull out his guitar. Indy would paint. And they'd exist in the same space. Creating. Breathing. Choosing each other. Every single day. Again and again. Until choosing became breathing became living. And the crash that brought them together became the foundation they built everything on. The end. Which moment shocked you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you love intense drama with unexpected twists, smash that like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next story. Where are you watching from? Tell us your city or country below. Coming next, Another jaw-dropping story you won't want to miss.